Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? A touchstone in film as well as animation. Oh, I'm serious. Not only did this film save the animation industry, but also revolutionize how we use animation in film, so we could get things like... yeah, that. Now, I could nerdgasm to this film all day, but I'm here to talk about one of the most beloved aspects of this film, mainly the cameos. Popular Golden Age of animation characters, such as Mickey Mouse or Bugs Bunny, are sprinkled throughout the film to make the cartoon world feel more alive. And it's amazing seeing all your favorite cartoon characters come to life and interact with each other. It's like Ready Player One, but good. And nowhere else is this beautifully integrated than in my favorite scene, the Ink and Paint Club. We start with our protagonist, Eddie Valiant, going into a sleazy joint known as the Ink and Paint Club, where tunes are allowed to work, but not to be served. And here, we can already see some wacky cartoon characters, such as Mary Poppins Penguin, Tentacle Hentai, My Cartoon Wife, and... is that Donald Duck and Daffy Duck playing the piano together? Or did those drugs finally kick in? That's right, Donald and Daffy in the same scene like they're some kind of famous musician like, I don't know, Yo-Yo Ma or some shit. When I was a kid, I was freaking floored. I was like, how could this happen? Well, apparently, Warner Brothers made a deal with Disney that if the Looney Tunes characters were to be in this film, they had to share the screen time with Disney characters down to the very last millisecond. Do you know how incredibly short a millisecond is? This is 3 milliseconds! And that's already incredibly fast! This is why, if you were to calculate it out, both of the ducks share the exact same amount of screen time, even down to the last second where they're pulled off stage. Now that's dedication. But none of this would mean anything if the characters weren't portrayed right. And let me tell you, being a genuine cartoon nerd myself, these characters are portrayed accurately. From Donald losing his temper to Daffy being absolutely nuts, these characters are portrayed just like they are in their original cartoons. Daffy would antagonize because he's a screwball character, and as usual, Donald would get angry. Heck, they even use some of the famous lines from their cartoons like, "This means war." Now you're probably thinking, oh wow, Cameron, a whole bunch of references, nah. But what does this have to do with anything? And to that I'll respond, I'm sorry, is this your review? I'm gonna frickin' tell you! Jesus. The Ink and Paint Club was actually based off of a real-life club in the 1930s called the Cotton Club, where black people were allowed to work, but not be served. And I don't think it's any coincidence at all, as just as the famous cartoon ducks were allowed to play in the Ink and Paint Club, many famous black musicians played or even got their start in the Cotton Clubs, such as Louis Armstrong or Duke Ellington. Heck, you could even really make the argument that Donald and Daffy are made to look silly on stage, kind of like how black musicians were when they were dancing on the stages of the Cotton Club. But man, I'm just gonna tell you, I love this scene. I love this movie. And it has such significance to me, honestly. To me, this scene and this movie are just the definition of movie magic, where you can bring two things together that normally would never happen in anyone's lifetime, and you can just see it on screen right in front of you, and you're living out this dream, this fantasy of something great, something amazing, something that will probably never be replicated ever again. And that is why I love this scene. So thank you for listening to me ramble on about Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but unfortunately I actually have to go because I'm actually running late to class and I'm in my room and it's 10:30. I gotta go, bye!